Imagine this. You're chatting with a friend about how you've been thinking about getting a new mattress. You haven't searched for mattresses online, you haven't visited any furniture websites, but the next morning, your Instagram feed is flooded with Casper and Purple mattress ads. Coincidence? Or is your phone literally listening to every word you say? Hi, this is Mike. Are targeted ads listening to our conversations? Honestly, this has been bugging me for years, and the truth is more unsettling than you think. Let's investigate this thought and see where it leads. This isn't just happening to you. A 2024 university study surveying Americans found that between half and 2/3 of people believe their phones are electronically eavesdropping on their conversations for advertising purposes. And honestly, I get it. Years ago, during the initial pickleball craze, I once mentioned wanting to try pickleball to my friend. No Google searches, no website visits, just conversation. The next day, my feed was full of pickleball racket recommendations. It's possible it was a coincidence since it was a craze, but very suspicious. But here's where it gets interesting. When security researchers actually tested this theory, monitoring network traffic from phones during conversations, they found something surprising. Phones weren't constantly streaming audio data to advertising companies. The data usage patterns didn't match what you'd expect from secret audio surveillance.
The suspect is discussing proper seasoning techniques.
So if our phones aren't listening, why do these coincidences feel so eerily accurate? Let's talk about what's actually happening when you download apps. That quick allow permissions button you tap, you're not just giving access to your microphone for voice calls, you're potentially opening a treasure trove of data. Most apps request microphone access for legitimate reasons. Voice messages, voice calls, voice search. But here's the kicker. Many apps also have permission to access your location, contacts, photos, and browsing history simultaneously. And while they might not be recording your conversations, they're definitely tracking where you go, who you're with, and what you're doing online. That's more than enough data to predict your interests with scary accuracy. But it gets deeper. Some apps do use audio cues, not to record conversations, but to detect what TV shows you're watching, what music is playing, or even what stores you're in based on ambient sounds. It's called audio beaconing, and it's completely legal if buried in those terms of service nobody reads. Here's where things get genuinely creepy, and it has nothing to do with listening to your conversations. Companies like Facebook and Google have built in behavioral prediction models so sophisticated that they can anticipate what you want before you even know what you want. They're analyzing hundreds of data points: your age, location, browsing history, purchase patterns, social connections, and even how long you pause before clicking on something. Let's go back to that mattress example from the beginning. Here's what could actually be happening. The algorithm might detect that someone has been Googling sleep-related issues, or their fitness tracker shows restless nights. Maybe they've been looking at apartment listings, suggesting a move. Their location data shows visits to furniture stores. All of these seemingly unrelated data points together create a profile of someone likely to need a new mattress. No eavesdropping required, just really, really sophisticated data analysis. And here's the mind-bending part. These systems are so good that they can predict life changes before they happen. Target famously started sending pregnancy-related coupons to a teenage girl before her father even knew she was pregnant, just based on her shopping patterns. But wait, there's more. Even if you're privacy conscious and limit what you share online, your friends and family are probably not. When your friend posts a photo of you two at that restaurant, tags your location, and mentions in the caption that you were talking about wanting to get in shape, algorithms now know you're potentially interested in fitness content. When multiple people in your social network show interest in similar products, you become a target for those ads too. This is called lookalike modeling. If your friends are buying certain products or showing interest in specific topics, advertising algorithms assume you might be interested too. It's guilt by association, but for your consumer preferences. So that pickleball ad I mentioned earlier, turns out numerous friends probably liked pickleball content and sports gear on Instagram since I'm friends with a bunch of athletes. The algorithm connected the dots between their interests and my ad profile through our social media connections. But researchers have actually tested this extensively. The most comprehensive analysis to date came from security experts at the Technical University of Berlin in 2019. They conducted a thorough review of smartphone eavesdropping possibilities, examining everything from access control mechanisms to detection methods. Their conclusion was more nuanced than you might expect. While they found no empirical evidence of widespread audio surveillance, they made a crucial point. We can't definitively rule out the possibility that sophisticated eavesdropping attacks could be successful and remain undetected. Why? Because major tech companies have significantly more financial resources, training data, and technical expertise than academic researchers. They have access to advanced signal processing, data compression techniques, and automatic speech recognition that could theoretically make secret audio surveillance both possible and undetectable. But here's the key insight from their research. Even if such surveillance were technically possible, it would be incredibly risky and expensive for companies to implement. The legal consequences, technical complexity, and potential for discovery make it far more likely that companies are using much simpler and equally effective methods we've been discussing: behavioral prediction based on your digital footprint. So, are targeted ads listening to our conversations? The evidence suggests it's highly unlikely, but we can't completely rule it out. What we do know is that they don't need to listen. The reality is far more sophisticated and, in many ways, more concerning. Companies have built-in prediction engines so powerful that they can anticipate our needs based on digital breadcrumbs we don't even realize we're leaving. Every click, every pause, every location ping, every social connection creates a data point in a profile more detailed than we could ever imagine. The good news, understanding how this actually works, means we can make more informed decisions about our privacy. Check your app permissions, understand what data you're sharing, and remember that creepy ad coincidence probably isn't your phone listening. It's just really, really sophisticated data analysis. But maybe that's not as comforting as I thought it would be. If you enjoyed this video about targeted ads, please hit like and subscribe for more. Share it with someone who you think might need it. This is Mike. Thanks for watching.